Welcome everyone, the Trail Guy here. Thanks for joining in session number 13. Today I'm really excited. Today we're going to have a special guest again. I'm going to interview a gentleman and a friend and one of my students that I coach. He is going to be doing his very first ultra marathon, but we'll get into that. But I want to let you know, I'm going to give you the quote of the week. Quote of the week: make your runs reward you with strength, not punish you to fatigue or exhaustion. Now, I'd like to call on Paul. Could you come on in here, Paul?
Hey, Mike. Good
Welcome.
to see you. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming here and sharing your time with us.
Great, thanks.
Good. Now, my first question to you, Paul, I'd like maybe if you can get everyone watching an overview of your running background,
Okay.
how you got started, at what age, and how you discovered your passion for running.
Well, Mike, thanks for asking. Actually, quite late in life. I
Yes.
guess 42. Is that late in life?
Oh.
Maybe a little late in life, but anyway. I was just going through a serious time in my life, going through a divorce, and kind of everything was out of control.
Yes.
I gained quite a bit of weight. I was actually 270 pounds.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I needed to make a change in my life, and I tried diets and exercise unsuccessfully. But then I took up running. I met a friend who thought that 10K wasn't far enough, and
Yes.
she and I trained for a marathon. She had me convinced that I could run 4 10Ks without any trouble.
Yes. Yes.
Which was interesting. So yeah, it basically changed my life.
Is that right, eh? Okay, and right now, you've done, how many marathons have you done to date?
I've done 12,
12
marathons. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done 12 all over the place. I've done New York a couple of times, Vancouver, Portland, Vegas, Victoria.
Oh,
So,
good.
Yeah,
Good.
quite a varied experience there.
Now, if I can ask you, how did, what is running to you and why is it so important?
Well, it's all about focus. It allows me to maintain my fitness and my health. I haven't missed a day of work in 12 years, so
Wow.
I'm really, diet and exercise, the whole theme, we hear all the time.
Yes.
It's really worked for me to maintain my health and my physique, because I do like to eat. So,
Don't we all?
the extra exercise is good. So and it's a way to clear my head, and it's just such a good way to actually relax and feel good about your life.
Very good. Okay, now, what motivated you to run a 50-kilometer ultra? I guess you're going to that next
Yeah.
level. What sort of and becoming an ultra marathon? Mention which. First of all, which ultra are you training for? Or will be training for coming up in July.
Actually, ultras in December.
In December.
Right, starting training in July.
Yes.
It's the High Desert Ultra in California.
Yes.
They market themselves as the good first ultra.
Yes.
And the reason I'm doing it is because the marathon distance, like I can do it, very similar. The experiences are, except for New York, which was amazing, but most of the experiences are very similar. So I was looking for something new and challenging, something that would kind of push me beyond my boundaries.
Yes.
So the thought was to maybe step it up and run on trails, and then try to see if I can, push my boundaries a little further to go 50K. So that's the hope.
Good. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, now, what if I could ask you this question? What is the single biggest fear you have when it comes to training for your ultra marathon?
Well, I don't want to get injured. I kind of looked at the training schedule. There's like back-to-back workouts on the weekend, which may be a bit challenging. I guess the biggest fear is not finishing or maybe getting lost. I have a really bad sense of direction.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm kind of worried that I'll be be out there and kind of stranded. But it's good because I need to challenge these things that where I need to challenge. I need to challenge these things. So
I
it's
see.
good.
Okay. Good. Now, I'm just going to backtrack a little bit here from your past running. What is the single most important thing you learned about running?
About running is that it can be addictive.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm, the learning is that it's a great way to be, and it's kind of it's a great way to really get into fitness.
Okay. Now, what is your best experience in running?
Well, it's been the New York Marathon, my last New York Marathon. I'd done it before, about maybe 6 years ago.
Yes.
Just the whole international flavor, the camaraderie, people from all over the world, just the setup, and just the number of people on the race. I've never seen anything like it. But it is a world-class race, and the thing I liked about that run is at the end of the run, I felt that I could keep going. So I felt that I had enough energy to keep moving, and I ran. Usually you slow down quite a bit, or I do anyway.
Yes.
The last bit, but I found that I was able to pass quite a few people in the last 2 miles, and I actually sprinted the last bit, and I felt really strong. So it was a really good feeling. I was really well trained, and thanks in part to you, and was really really ready for this, and it was just a great experience.
Very good. Now I'm going to ask you this question: what's your worst experience in running?
Well, that came about, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, the Victoria Marathon, where I was having GI problems. I really wanted to quit at about the 35K mark, but I was running, I was supporting a lady for Run for Cancer.
Yes.
So it was kind of important that I finished, and I walked quite a bit of the last, 7 or 8K, probably more than half of it, and I was quite distressed. So. Very disappointing. But I did finish.
Good.
I haven't stopped. I have not finished.
Wow, that's good.
When I started.
Now I'm going to ask you another question here. I'm going to ask you a couple fun questions now. First of all, if you could have any one superpower, what would it be?
Well, Mike, superpower, eh?
Yeah.
My thoughts are around humanity. If I could help humanity in some degree, like maybe find a way to feed everybody.
Okay, very good.
That would be nice to do.
Yeah, very good.
So it maybe a little, I don't know, just
help mankind.
I'm not in it for me. So I don't know what other superpowers you could have. That I don't know if there's one that says help the world. That's the one I'd like.
Very good. Now, what famous person would you like to share a hospital room with for a week, and why?
Lonnie Anderson, for obvious reasons. Is that the room or the bed?
The room.
I don't know, like my hero's been Ernest Shackleton. To hear what he went through, he was that Antarctic explorer that ended up stranded in the ice, and who ended up through this unbelievable ordeal, able to over the course of a year and a half, able to return and rescue all of his men.
Yes.
And the way he did it was just inspiring. I mean, I've never heard a more inspirational story than this guy saving his men. So
good, cool.
He'd be a guy I'd like to spend some time getting to know if he wasn't dead.
If he wasn't. Okay. Now, what do you know for sure?
For sure, death and taxes.
Okay, now.
Well, and that's the whole thing. Time is our most valuable commodity. Just to elaborate on that, and how we spend our time, work, life, play, relationship. For me, it's important to take the time I have to make the most out of what I can experience. So, death is it, right? I mean, you only have so much time. You never know what that time frame is going to be, so you need to get out and as opposed to more like being, as opposed to thinking about what you need to do, you need to be in it. So like just to be in running, or be in the experience, so just to make use of your time. So I want to make use of my time.
Very good.
I want to run some trails.
You're all right. Okay. Now, what is the biggest misconception about you?
That I'm a totally serious, anal retentive, anxious person. Type A personality. Well, Type A, maybe in running go hand in hand a bit, but that would be it. I'm kind of I'm a bit of a comedian at heart, but I think that side of me doesn't come out much.
I see. Okay, great. Okay, now, what is who in your life has touched you the most?
Which person, or
Well, who in your life has touched you the most?
Apart from my partner? I'm kidding.
Yeah. You're your hero, of course, but anyone sort of touched you by, by their actions or by their words, and it really made you, inspired and spurred you on.
I think of people like Terry Fox. I think my father was a man who really played a big role in my life, and he made a difference. He kind of a man that I really loved. Lost him too early, but people that kind of do more than what's expected, like Terry Fox or you.
Thank you.
I really respect you, Mike. I think I owe a lot of my success to you keeping me on track, which for a person that was fat and had trouble being focused, it's important. So thanks for that, Mike.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Now, what was the funniest single moment in your life?
Funniest single moment in my life? I don't know. Funniest single moment in my life. Can't answer that, Mike.
Okay,
sorry.
Okay, it's all right. Now, if you were to die now, would it be fine, or do you have more living to do?
I think I have more living to do. I want to do this ultra marathon. Yeah. Then I can die.
All right. Now, how old would you feel you are?
I feel like, it's a funny thing. I feel like I'm, 30-something, but I'm a little bit older than that.
What's your age?
54.
54. So you've got sort of young at heart.
Yeah, well, you're only as young as you feel, and body's slowing down a bit. Yeah. But I feel pretty good.
Okay, now any final advice you would give runners or anyone who's thinking about going into trail running or trying to an ultra or anything like that? Any advice you would give them?
I would get a good coach.
Yes.
I know one. And I would think you need to really be committed. I'm guessing you should probably have run a few marathons. You should know what it's like to kind of go that distance, and then set your sights on something that's maybe achievable. I mean, if you look through the material, like, in terms of trail difficulty, elevation, those kind of things, maybe to be a little conservative on your first attempt. And I think your first attempt should be to finish.
Yes.
As opposed to any kind of major, like I wouldn't run Leadville on my first attempt. I don't know if I'll ever do that. It takes a different kind of person to do that, but who knows? But really, focus is important. Training, nutrition. Don't do it to lose weight. Like, I don't run to lose weight. I run to maintain my weight. So, because I do like to eat. So, and to be passionate about it, right? Really embrace it. That's what I do.
Very good. Well, listen, Paul, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, insights, and having here. Now, I've just got a few other things I'm going to mention to everyone who's watching. If you don't mind just sitting here for a while.
I'd love to spend time with you.
Very good. Now, everyone, interesting website I found. It was called SeriousRunningBoom.com, and the title was New Running Boom Across America. But I'm just going to outline. It was very interesting. The second running boom spreading across North America. The first running boom was 1972 when Frank Shorter won the Olympic marathon. Why is a second boom? Economy. As people begin to lose their wealth, they have begun to get back to basics and appreciate the simpler things in life again, like trail running. There is more of an emphasis on nature, their environment, and getting away from the concrete jungle. And trail running is going to be the spark of the next running boom. And here's a fact, trail running is cheap. I mean, the biggest cost is actually your trail running shoes. And number two, obesity is becoming a large problem. And solution for that, they mentioned in this article, go trail running and exercising while continuing to enjoy delicious treats. And so jump on the bandwagon and go trail running. I thought that was very interesting. But if you want to read the whole article, again, it's SeriousRunningBoom.com. Interesting little article. Now, recommended book of the week. Great book by Vince Lombardi, the greatest NFL running or football coach ever. And he had a nice little book. It's called Strive to Excellence. Pick it up. It's got beautiful thoughts and insights in it. But basically, it's about getting better and doing the best you can at whatever you do. So I want to share that with you. And thank you very much. And until next time, the Trail Guy. Take care.